Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Washington Commanders. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on.
They run. Corey Krosky-Merritt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He finds his man complete. It's Pratt. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. To throw is Daniels. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Cam Little for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing it.
That's caught inside the 20. All the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First down, Vikings.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They're going to look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Chloe, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, sure that he's right.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he'll run on the inside handoff. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. In motion comes the tight end left. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. You've had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Pass caught by Burden. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break the play.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before it could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Vikings have regained the lead. Borregales now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Vikings 14, Commanders 10.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
They wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Alex Highsmith. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. The Washington going to send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's taken at around the 40. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
To the air goes Daniels. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Commanders are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators are probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
There's a short one caught by Loveland.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
At the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's a give up the middle. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Colston Loveland. As the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Commanders 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now 2nd and 3.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Cup 19. 60 by.
The final shot before break. Daniels uncorks one for Davis. This is intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Project S. This ain't what you want.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
There's a short one caught by Loveland. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
18 Cardinal.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go. 70 Lions. 60 Bison. 60 guys. 60 guys.
Second and 4. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Ready? Bronco lead.
They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go. Go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
19. Tiger. 19.
They'll look to throw. To the right side and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Ready?
Here's Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now he's free to midfield. How about this? And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, 83 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That's caught. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Let's go. Viking 18.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 35. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They need two. Here's third down.
Here we go. Set.
Back to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, trying to go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
What an advantage having a little guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
19 Tiger.
Now back to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 yards there, just like last play. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Back to throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It's now 3rd and goal.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll send Gibbons in motion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Ready.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Looking left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
At the 36-yard line.
Trap 60. Get it. Back to 6.
Daniels looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead.
Great within your 4-minute offense here, Charles? Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Looking to throw. Open man, the tight end Loveland. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
This one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Pass complete to Loveland. And he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll bring this one inside the 35.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one complete to Gibbons. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. The extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Commanders 25. Andy Morikawa is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
And they're on 24-yard line.
Ready?
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing now is Daniels. He finds his man complete. That's Pratt. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And a nice play there from the new pickup, signed just this past week to help fortify this defense.
He truly is the definition of an impact player. Surprise, surprise that it took this long for someone to pick him up.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
19 Tiger.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Minnesota, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.